again. Look at it. You better mosey along yourself somewhere else, and not anywhere near. I don't know whose cat that is, but at least it's Monday morning, y'all. Morning, buns. It's Monday morning, honey. We're running a little bit late. Head on to this job this weekend. On Saturday night, I heard like a big, well, besides in the morning, I do this all the time, you know, and start rambling. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep, a great weekend. You got home Friday with no house of fuss, trouble, problems, misunderstandings, no meet and greets. But as I was saying, this weekend, Saturday night, I hear like a big thud, like a big boom or crash or something of that nature. I'm thinking like, you guys remember a few months ago, something happened to where my top pane of my bedroom window was shattered. And at the time, I didn't know what came through it. And we couldn't find anything. And I happened to find it like a month or so later. Or weeks later. That it was a rock that had ended up coming through my window that was behind my storage organizer on the other side of the bed. And that's only because my bag that was on top of it happened to slide off and fall on the floor. And when I went to go pick it up, that's when I saw that particular rock. Because I didn't know exactly what shattered my window. Like, none of us can find anything around the window of saying what came through it and what shattered it, right? Well, I hear about the same, like a big bang noise. I'm looking like, I go to the living room because I'm looking like there's somebody trying to throw something through my living room window. Like, you know, I was like, they already did the bedroom a few months ago. I'm looking like, I don't know what kind of neighbors that I'm around and what the hell is going on. So, I go in the living room, I look around, I open up, look through my blinds. I don't see anybody outside on my porch or anything. But then I hear, like, you know, when your door is stuck or hard to open, but when you do, you hear that big, like, or, you know, release from it. But I thought it was like my upstairs neighbors or something. I was like, well, maybe they're moving something or they dropped something. And, okay, Exxon holding at 175 and Shell's at 189. And I got gas yesterday, though. I had to. I was out running errands. By the way, back to the story. I'm looking like, okay, I really don't know what this noise was, but I know it was a big enough disturbance for me to get out of my bed thinking that something has happened in the living room. And so I looked through the blinds, my window is fine. I don't see anybody around the area on my porch, nothing, right? And I did the same thing I did before. You know, I'm looking out and I don't have the lights on. Because, you know, when you have your lights on in the house, you're looking outside sometimes, you see more reflection of the light than you can, you know, what you're looking at outside. And I didn't want, the other thing was, I didn't want somebody to know that I'm looking through my blinds. And so, I don't see anything. So I go back to my room, go get back in my bed. And I forgot what time this was. I wish I could remember what time it was, right? And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go and get back in the bed. And so yesterday morning, to my mom on the phone, and we're going over some things, you know, I'm getting myself together. Well, I kind of got myself together already. I had already brushed my teeth. I've already got myself dressed, and I fluffed out my hair and whatnot because I washed my hair on Saturday as well, right? And so, by doing all that, and my mom was like, "You seriously are going to the store looking like that?" She was like, "Well, I'm going to let you get dressed." I said, "Dressed? I am dressed." And I had on a t-shirt and some leggings just to run up to Target because I was only going there to get the stuff they sent over, the prep stuff they sent over for me to for my colonoscopy, right? So it wasn't like I was going there to go shopping and be out for the day or anything, right? So just throwing on a t-shirt and my leggings. And like I said, I just fluffed out my hair because it was already Puff the Magic Dragon. So I just took it and went like that. And my mom was like, "You're going out like that?" I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "How you want me to dress just to go to Target?" I was like, "I'm not dressing up to go to Target." And so my mom is not the type where you're going to find her in jeans and a t-shirt. I don't, like, you'll see my mom in jeans every once in a while. Or like if we're on vacation, she might have like her capris on or something like that. But you don't really see my mom in jeans. She wears, you know, pants, slacks, you know, dresses and stuff. So I guess that's why she kept looking at me funny. So when I was about to leave out the door, and I'm gonna put in the pictures, to where I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "What is this?" And my mom was like, "What? What's going on, baby? What's wrong? What's wrong?" I said, "There's a hole in my wall." And I'm telling my best friend about it when I got back from Target. But like I was showing my mom, she was like, "I don't understand. What is that?" I said, "It's a hole in my wall. What you mean?" And I said, "I don't know where it came from." I said, "I heard something last night, but I didn't know exactly what it was. So I didn't pay it any mind, and I didn't really turn on the lights to be seeing anything because I really thought somebody was trying to break my window, right?" And so therefore, it wasn't anything that brought to my attention, like turn on your lights and see if you see anything else, right? Once I realized it wasn't my window or anything, I disregarded it. So I'm showing my mom the hole, and I took pictures of it and everything. And I was like, I don't know if somebody was trying to hang up something from the other apartment because I didn't even know that someone had moved into the apartment next door to me because it was vacant. And so I didn't know that someone had moved in. Now, when exactly they moved in, I don't know. And y'all know, only thing I do is go to work, go home. When I get out of my car and I tell y'all, you know, I'll talk to you later, or talk to you tomorrow, or, you know, Lord willing, say so, and I say bye like that, you know, I go in the house. I'm not out chit-chatting to people. I'm not talking to, you know, my neighbors like that. I don't know their name. They don't know my name. You know, if somebody happened to be in passing and says hello or, you know, some type of greeting, then I respond and say hello back or whatever it is. But I don't really talk to people like that. So that's why I'm looking like I'm not understanding. And so I didn't know somebody was over there. But like I was telling my mom, I don't know if somebody was trying to hang up something and for it to come to the wall. But then I started looking like at the outside wall when I walked to the car. Like, you know, it's a little big portion, you know, for, I guess I should say, you know, it's a big, it may be a good, I don't even think it's 2 feet. Maybe less than 2 feet between the next door neighbor's wall and mine. Now I'm talking about from looking from the outside, from how the brick is in the middle, but on the inside of the apartment, it might not necessarily be 2 feet. I don't know exactly what the diameter is of the space between their wall and my wall, if that's making sense. I don't do contract work. I'm not an architect. I don't build things. I don't, drywall or do anything of that nature. I don't do no do it yourself. I don't do none of that, right? So I'm not too sure about the depth that's between the walls. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know if somebody was trying to hang something up, and that's how the hole is in my wall. And my best friend was like, that almost looked like a bullet hole. I said, man, don't say that mess, because I had to end up looking at the wall that leads to my room. And I was like, it might not be that. I said, the only reason I'm saying that is because the fact that there's nothing on that other side of the wall that's on the other side. Like if this is a wall here and you go across the living room on the adjacent wall, I didn't see anything in the walls. So that's why I was like, I think if somebody, that was a bullet, it probably would have traveled through and, hit the other wall and came into my bedroom or something. I said, but that doesn't look like that's the case. I said, I don't know exactly what it is. Only thing I know is I have a hole, in my wall with the plaster and stuff, kind of hanging, and some of the debris is on the floor. It's not a big hole, which you'll see in the picture, but it's noticeable. It's big enough. So not only did I email my apartment complex last night, I included the pictures from the wall. So hopefully they'll go look at it today. I got to remember to call them and make sure that someone is going to go look at it. And what my mom was like, make sure that they, definitely go look at your neighbor's wall and see what. I said, well, I'm sure they're going to have to. I think that's a given, because it's not something that was caused by myself. That was, what happened, what occurred for that hole to be in my wall. I think they would have to go check the next door neighbor's wall and see what happened. So, but like I said, I emailed them about the incident, and also I included the picture that I took so they can see where it was. One, so they can see up close the hole that was in the wall, but I scaled back, walked back, and so they can see that is behind my door. Behind my front door. So that won't be for them to be like, where is it at in your apartment? No, you can see it's behind the front door. And if they're unsure from the picture that is behind my front door, then I would just tell them and go from there. So that was about it. Like I said, when I went to Target, which I was supposed to check, I didn't check on the site. I don't know why I thought like the pharmacy and Target, because I'm leaving out at 10 something. And like I said, when I noticed this, it was a little after 10 in the morning. Okay. I noticed it after 10 in the morning when I was leaving out to go to Target. Because I was like, okay, the pharmacy should be open because Target has been open for a minute. And I get up there the first time and the pharmacy is not open. but they have the changed hours up on the, I guess on the counter area. It says they don't open till 12 for the pharmacy. So I was like, okay. And I left there, went and got some gas. And after I went and got that gas, I checked my mail. And then, I checked my mail before I left out. And so coming back, I came back to the house because I had about, it was going on 11. Tried to call the office, but I forgot they're not open on Sundays. I have no idea, like, it totally slipped my mind. So, we got to go straight in, y'all. So, that's the reason I emailed them last night, because at first I was like, I'll just call them on Monday, but then I was like, no, also send an email with the pictures. That way someone in the office has to be able to get this email. But I attentioned it to the manager, Bryce. I don't know if I spelled his name right. I don't know, if it's B-R-I-C-E or if it's B-R-Y-C-E. I don't know, because I particularly have never asked him the spelling of his name, to be honest. And I know he's a fairly new manager there, probably since like right before the summertime or early this year, maybe I should say since early this year. I don't really know when he got here. I just know one minute Megan was here and I look up and they're telling me, oh no, there's a new manager. I was like, where the hell he come from? And so from there, like I said, I just went ahead and emailed him. Well, I attentioned it to him. Let me say that. And left it at that. And like I said, I also sent the pictures to my best friend. He was like, I think that's a bullet hole. He was like, I really do. He was like, yeah, you see anything in it? I said, no. I said, I didn't want to mess with it or, try to, be poking around in it and see what it is. I was like, no, I left it exactly the way that it was, because they need to figure out what's going on and what it is, because I didn't make that hole in the wall. I said, I don't have anything, like in my house, I don't have anything hung up on the walls. And I explained that to y'all before, like, I don't like holes in my wall. And a lot of people would like, just get the command strips and then you can hang stuff up and you don't have to worry about putting holes in your wall. And I thought about that, but I just never went to do it, okay? So, and the other thing I don't like about when you hang things up in the house on the wall, after it's been up there for years, and you take that that item down, that picture, the painting, whatever it is that you had hanging up there, you have the imprint of the whatever size that was of the item that you had hanging up there, because it's been hanging up there for so long. So it's like everything around it has, while your paint does, change and things like that, or the color, it starts to get a discoloration to it, or whatever you have hanging up, you take it down, leave some like this well enough. But it's not something I wanted to do. So that's the only reason I don't do it, and I don't hang things up. I'm not scrubbing anybody's walls when it's time for me to leave or whatever it is. I'm not scrubbing any walls. I'm not painting any walls. It's not going to happen. So that's why I don't hang anything up. Those are my two things. I'm not scrubbing any walls. I don't want any impressions left behind from the item that was on the wall up there, and I don't want any holes in the wall. Those are my reasons that I don't put anything up on the wall. With the news is out here, somebody doing a segment, I don't know what channel this is, a private channel or whatever it is, but I am definitely, wait a minute here, so y'all hold on for me so I can go upstairs real quick. I'll be back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I'm surprised it's still not in. Might be running a little bit late this morning. Well, it could have took off, I don't know. I was thinking about going to Taco Deli and get a freaking vegan, which is a black bean breakfast taco with avocado and pickle the guy on it. But I don't know. But their salsa be so good at Taco Deli. So that's why I said I don't know. And we did make it this morning, so we're good on time. Probably once I get back into the office from getting breakfast, you know, my supervisor might be there. I'm not too sure, you know, but as for right now, that's what I want to do. Let's go do that. If, ands, and buts about it, and work it from there, basically. Work it from there. Okay, what was I talking about before I went upstairs? Oh, we were talking about the hole that's in the wall. I'm going to include the pictures and whatnot, right? And like I said, while I was out, when I went back out the second time, close to like 11:45. Which was closer to 12, to go back up to Target and get the stuff for my colonoscopy, which I don't have to take it until the next week. No, the week after that, 2 weeks, right? But I went and got it early still. So, do that. Well, I did that. I got some gas, and that was about it. Okay, somebody in this little red and white vehicle marker. Okay, more power to you. Guess they got things to do. I don't know. But that's all I did yesterday. That is it. No more, no less. And like, I don't want any eggs or anything this morning. That's the reason I want the Taco Deli tacos this morning, because it's with the black beans. And you know, that's a switch up as for like refried beans and all that up. You know, theirs is a black bean. I can work with that. And everywhere. That is not me. So, just like today, when I get home, you know, besides calling the office to see exactly what they're going to be doing for my place in that hole in the wall, and see if they got my email, if somebody is going over there to look at it or what's going on. But like I said, I don't know what caused that hole in the wall, so they're going to have to figure that out. I'm not inch high private eye. I ain't inspected gadgets, none of that. I'm not the inspector from from the Pink Panther. This ain't gonna be dun-dum, 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 dun-dum. No, I'm not doing it. They can figure out what's going on. I'm not, okay? So, you just go from there. I also need to go by the bank today and take care of my account. So, a lot. Pay these bills. It's like as soon as your money come in, your money is gone, and you just be looking like somebody had put a post up like that on Facebook. So I'm sitting here wondering how 1 minute I think it said I had 1,400 or 3,400, whatever it was the amount, right? And somebody at the end, within 3 days, I'm down to $32 or $34 or something like that. And I was cracking up laughing because I found that to be funny as hell. Because you do, like, 1 minute you have your money in your paycheck, and the next minute you don't. And I'm not going to say and lie, I do. I live paycheck to paycheck. But I do have to do better on my savings, because for a minute I was doing really good, and then all of a sudden, like I said, every once in a while it just comes up to that messed up moment, and you're looking like, what the freak has happened to my little savings? And then you find yourself mad, frustrated, angry, upset, sad, and then you're like, I gotta start all the way over. And that's what you end up doing, and that's what I'm end up doing, is starting all the way back over. I have to discipline myself and be like, no, don't go out and get this, don't order this, don't do nothing. You know, I have to keep in mind, I have, like, you really have to tell yourself that I have no money. I have no money to spend on anything. And you have to remind yourself, like my mom used to tell me growing up, you don't really need that. You know, don't buy that. You don't really need that. And I'd be like, but I want it. It's cute. I think it's nice. And she'd be like, okay, but you don't really need that. But, you know, I still have, like, that mentality that I have to break myself from, because I still be looking at things like, oh, I think that's cute, when I really don't need that. So, most of the time when I, you know, end up in these binds, I can't even say most of the time, it's just my fault, period. Because no matter if I'm conscious about it or not conscious about it, there's still choices that I made or didn't make, or whatever it is that came to it dwindling down to the way that it is. So, okay, coming up to Taco Deli. Are they even open? Oh man, they are not. Are they open? Okay, it looks like they're open. Y'all, I was about to freak out, for real. I was like, I thought they opened. Like, I sat upstairs in the office for a minute. So, let's go ahead. Let's see if they are open. Get our tacos and leave. Hold on. Okay, y'all, we got 20 minutes. They don't open for 20 more minutes. So, I'm looking like I don't want to really go to Papa's, because I don't want any eggs. And their breakfast tacos, and I don't want any potatoes, you know. So, I don't know of like the other places that have vegan breakfast, you know, don't open until like later on in the morning, you know, like 8, 9 o'clock. I'm well off into my day by then, honey. So I just wait these little 20 minutes and get my tacos, and then be going back to the office. But other than that, y'all, it's not very much else. Oh, I will say this, something I learned yesterday while being on the phone with my mom and talking about some options. And one thing I learned about life insurance policies. Did y'all know, like, so, the agent I was talking to was saying that that some people from the 9/11 attack, their family members are still fighting for their insurance policy, their loved ones' insurance policy benefits. And I thought that was like really tragic, like sad that 9/11 was, oh wow, 2001. And there's still families out there still trying to get their loved ones insurance benefits from certain insurance companies, because the agent happened to mention, like, if you die from a tragedy, from war, or from COVID, that their insurance company, your life insurance company that I was talking to, does cover that. And I was like, well, I would think if you get a life insurance policy with a company, that if you died on the basis that it had nothing to do with by your hands, like, you know, accident, somebody else caused it, whatever it was, but it was nothing done by your hands, right? Meaning you did not take your life. And that's not the case. Like, I would think the insurance policies would pay your loved ones, your beneficiaries, your benefits, right? But she was saying some companies don't do that. And I said, well, I would have never known that, because you would think once you got a life insurance policy that you're covered. But she also talked to companies, well, some of these companies, life insurance policies have like a 2-year contingency to where like your policy doesn't become to a full policy of you being covered for up to like 2 years. And, you know, don't get no policy like that. You need to have a life insurance policy. I mean, once you signed up, that means you got to do your blood work, because you have some of them that, you know, them have you do blood work and for them to check to make sure you're healthy or whatever with it. But because that's what I had to do for mine. But you are covered from the time that you signed up, right? So if you have a policy to where they're telling you, because you have some of them that go around, and they were like with my grandmother, you have some of them that go around and in low income neighborhoods or to seniors for life insurance, and, you know, tell them they can get guaranteed life insurance no matter what's going on with them. And if they're not of age, I think it's 65 or something like that, they're able, you know, to get coverage. And they just have to pay a certain amount. And they're term policies, or you can get a whole policy, you know. But they have a 2-year contingency. Like, you have to have that policy with that company for 2 years before they will cover full benefits. And other than that, they will only pay your family what you paid in, you know, up to that point. And I was like, I don't want no policy like that. And, you know, it's a lot of things like, to me, you know, I'm not looking for my family to have anybody's fish fries, bake sales, car wash, you know, spaghetti dinners, you know, GoFundMe or whatever it is. If I can, you know, be able to take care and have coverage for myself, then that's what I'm gonna do. And it can go to my family. They have enough to basically bury me. And have something. But I'm just saying, I understand everybody can't afford life insurance policies because some of them are expensive. I mean, like, expensive. And you just be like, I'm paying how much a month for my life insurance policy? And over time, it gets expensive, especially when you have other things that come about that you're paying for, or your, you know, either income or your situation has changed, whatever it may be. But if you can, get you some coverage. You know, and I was glad that she said that, you know, somebody passed away from COVID, and then, you know, if you're terminally ill, you know, that's covered in their policy. You know, what was the other thing? Oh, she talked to me about wheelchair bound. If I wanted to include wheelchair bound, I was like, what do you mean? And she said, well, just in case, like, you know, the terminal ill part of it, she said, just in case you are wheelchair bound, and it's not like from a terminal illness or whatever it is, but you're just wheelchair bound, you know, that covers your policy to where you don't pay your policy anymore. That added coverage that you have, they will end up taking over and paying your policy. And I said, okay, that's good. That's, you know, that's pretty good. At first I was like, I don't know. And then I was messing and playing with my mom. I said, oh yeah. I said, because if I break my leg, and my mom was like, no, that's not what that's for. That's not what that's for. I was like, why not? And the agent, she was like, well, no. I said, I'm just joking. I said, my mom has already told me that's not what that's for. I was like, but I'm just joking. And so I think they said it's only like $2. Okay, y'all. I'm going to get off of here because this place should be opening in the next 10 minutes or so. But I appreciate you guys commuting with me this morning. Of course, I'll be going back over to the garage, park my car, and then going up into the building, start my day, because I did take off Friday. And then with this happening on Saturday night, with the hole in the wall, me finding Sunday morning, and I pray they come take care of it today, or someone come look at it today, and figure out what's going on. Because I'm not the type of person to be in the office all the time. I'm not the type of tenant that's complaining all the time. I just keep to myself. If I don't really need them for anything, I don't call them. And I just don't. I'm not that type of tenant, and I'm sure they have a lot of tenants like that. Ain't nobody really bothering anybody in the office, you know, calling off the hook or being a nuisance or anything like that. I'm sure there's a lot of tenants there like me that just don't really bother the office about anything, pay our rent, and that's it. And you know, everything's online these days, so you don't really have to go in the office for very much of anything, and just call them when you need them. So go from there. But I do want to ask them, what kind of neighbors y'all got me around? Like, since COVID happened, it's like, it's like, what the hell? So, I don't know. This is weird. Like, totally weird. All right, y'all. Put you on pause. And I'll probably get back on when I'm about to go to the garage. And I'll talk to y'all then. Piece this stuff together. All right. I will talk to you guys in a minute. So hold your horses. end up doing this morning is getting something for breakfast and lunch. So not only did I get the freaking vegan, I got a bean and cheese and a kid's quesadilla. That's gonna be for lunch, but the breakfast is gonna be the freaking vegan. And I got my, I got the pineapple orange juice, and then I got a tea for, well, I got a tea in the freezer right now, so I don't, the other tea that I got, that stuff will just go home. I might leave one of them in the drawer, because I got 3 other different teas. The regular original sweet tea, I got the mint, the honey and mint, and I also got the peach. So I think the peach and the regular sweet tea will probably just come home with me, and I'll leave the mint at work. So alright y'all, I'm made here to this garage. Time for me to go and get in this building because I had to wait till they opened up. And then I was standing there after they were supposed to open, and the person who came to the door thought it was unlocked. They were trying to figure out why I was still standing out there. And when they came to the door and tried to push the door open and realized that it was locked, and that's the reason no one came in, because it was me and another gentleman out there waiting. And so they, okay, like I said, they had to go get the keys to the door and lock the door and let us in and everything. So I had my breakfast, my lunch for the day. I'm good. Oh, like I said, this one's the mint is coming inside with me, but the regular sweet tea and the peach will be going home. So they're going to stay inside the car. And that's how that's going to work this morning. And go from there. And put these, I always keep napkins in your vehicle because you never know. You never know. Could be somewhere you don't have no wet ones in the car. You have to get some water from your water bottle or whatever it is, go on a napkin and use it. Somebody might be in your car eating, don't have any, you know, not getting any napkins. You might not get any napkins. You got them. Clean your hands and stuff like that. But all right, huns, let me go and get in this office. I appreciate you guys communing with me this morning. I pray you have a great day, an awesome day, a beautiful day, a blessed day, a good day. I understand people can try your nerves and patience, baby, and get on the everlasting bit of it. But just try to be respectful as best you can. Okay? I understand. All right. I will talk to y'all this afternoon. And thank you, like I said, for communing with me this morning. I pray you got home, work, or your destination safe and sound with no hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, and misunderstandings, and no meeting groups. All right.